watching Fox 13's Good Day Tampa Bay.
Okay, so I gotta get to why we are here, where we are this morning. This is Academy Racing, and it is racing simulations. I'll show you this beautiful Porsche GT3R behind me. This car costs more than my whole life. Wow. It is worth, get this, $500,000, $500,000. The consumer version, I'm told, costs up to $150,000. Wow. Still worth more than my life. So this is one of the cars being simulated here at Academy Sim Racing. I'm told this is Tampa's first and Central Florida's first racing simulator lounge. So we're going to go inside this morning, talk to the owner of this place. It's really, really cool. This is something that professional IndyCar drivers, NASCAR drivers do in the off season and do during the season to stay trained up. This is as real as it gets without actually being behind the wheel of a world-class racing car. It's low stakes. You can't get hurt. You don't have to wear a helmet, which is really cool. My wife tells me my driving needs some work, so maybe I'll hone in on my skills today, come out a little bit better of a driver. It's gonna be really fun. I just did some tests on these, and you feel the impacts.
Wow.
So it's gonna be really fun. We'll be here all morning long at Academy Sim Racing in Tampa.
I'll have my husband Jeff join you. He would love this, so I'm excited to hear more.
It's really, really fun.
All right, Matt, be safe out there. We'll check back in with you soon. It sounds like it is pretty safe, though.
Hey, you guys, how funny that we were just hearing Elise talking about a crash, and I'm probably going to crash like any minute now. I'm doing Sebring track. This is Academy Sim Racing, where we're in Tampa, and they work with professionals. They work with newcomers. This track is an exact replica of Sebring, so every bump, and watch me crash here. See, if I did this in real life, that'd be like $50,000. Fortunately, that's not the case here. It's low stakes, but it's a lot of fun. We're going to be talking to the owner about all the services they provide and how you can get into sim racing if you've never tried. Happy Friday, Val. Good to see you. We are at Academy Sim Racing in Tampa. This is the first of its kind in this area. They do builds, they do rentals, they do coaching, and just the value of the equipment alone in this place is incredible. These steering wheels, which are used on all these simulations, range in price from $300 all the way up to like this BMW one, $2,000. This is just like the ones actually used on the track. We're going to be speaking with the owner of Academy Sim Racing on the other side. Happy Friday and welcome back to Good Day Tampa Bay. I'm Matthew McClellan in for Charlie Belcher on this fine Friday. And we're in Tampa this morning just off US 301, Massaro Boulevard at Academy Sim Racing. This is simulated auto racing. And to approach this place, it's almost like a speakeasy or something. You got to enter through the back door here. It's sort of hidden, kind of tucked in here, but I'll take you on inside. This is an incredible place. It's a small space right now. This is kind of the temporary home. But what they do is they work with professional drivers, amateurs, everybody in between, seniors, students, on these incredibly realistic simulated racetracks that are just like the real thing. I've got Duncan Connor here with me, who is the owner of Academy Sim Racing. Connor, Duncan, it's so great to be with you guys. You guys have so much kind of packed into this space. Tell us, for anybody who's unfamiliar with sim racing, what exactly that is.
So sim racing is basically taking the normal form of racing, which everyone sees in motorsports, F1 and stuff like that, bringing it into a digestible format onto a chassis like this, or some of the ones you see behind us, and making it so they can race almost any car, any track, all over the world, anytime, in all kinds of conditions.
What's happening right here?
So right now, one of our techs, Malkai, is actually driving the famous Nordschleife in Germany. So he's driving in a Porsche GT3 car.
This is a notoriously difficult track.
Yes, it's called the Green Hell. It's a very dangerous track. It's open to public on some days. A lot of the manufacturers actually use this for testing and track proving for their track records of their production cars and stuff like that. This exact track, laser scanned, brought to you in real life in your home or in our sim lounge.
Let's go on in this way and show some more of what you all have here, because I'm looking at 6 seats, 6 simulations. What's kind of the range of experiences people can have here?
So we can take anybody from beginner, you've never even driven a car before, all the way up to professional drivers, and kind of tailor that setup and that simulator to them. We can turn on all the assists, You can have anything from age 6 all the way up to age 106, realistically.
There's so much here. Before we go, I want to show what's happening here, because this is a student driver kind of setup, right?
Correct. This is our new student team driver. We built this because we actually had so many people coming in to learn how to just drive normally on our racing simulators. So we decided to build something tailored, kind of built towards kind of the police academies or the high schools around, to just get people started before you go maybe destroy your mom's, mini SUV.
Before you hit the real road.
Before you hit the real road or parking lot, you're able to test drive some stuff here and see how your driving skills are.
You're going to be with Duncan at Academy Sim Racing all morning long. Duncan, for anybody who wants to find you guys online, where do they go?
You go to academysim.com. We've got lounges. We do events, bookings, coaching. We even build custom simulators. The one place to go is academysim.com. You can book your session, hit us up. That's the easiest way.
Duncan, thanks, and we're back after a quick break.
And Matt McClellan is in Tampa this morning at Academy Sim Racing. We'll check in with him when we come back.
Good day, Tampa Bay. Matthew McClellan here, in for Charlie Belcher on this Friday. Coming to you from Academy Sim Racing in Tampa, where we met the owner, Duncan Connor, last hour. And we kind of covered the broad overview of all the services and all the simulators that are available here. I want to focus in this hour on the student driving simulator. We've got Blake in the driver's seat here, and I was just doing this myself, and I said, you know what, I'm going to let Blake do the demonstration, because this is actually a lot. For me, this was harder than real-world driving, and I think there's a lot of factors at play with that, Duncan Connor. But tell us kind of the value of this student driving simulator.
Well, yeah, so that's one of the things is that you just hit on is you don't want to be a distracted driver, right? So yeah, of course, doing multiple things while you're driving is very complex. We also know that Florida is known for having quite a few accidents. But one of the things that really kind of makes this very realistic and sometimes very challenging is you don't have that inertial feeling of moving back and forward.
Right.
But that's also what keeps you from going to the doctor and getting to the auto repair shop because you dented the family minivan. So one of those things, as you can see, we got a wrong side driver right there. It's very realistic.
And we're in an accident.
We're in an accident right there.
How do we reset?
So there's ways you can reset. Blake can just back out and continue the simulation. But this is one of the ways that you can practice all these things, and you can turn off that type of stuff. You can actually remove all of the traffic if you wanted to. It's really just to get somebody comfortable in a comfortable situation where if a parent needed to, they could take control, or they can see what their actual teenager is doing when they're driving, when they're applying the brakes, when they're accelerating, when they're driving, turning left, right, making sure they're looking and stuff like that.
See, when I was doing this, I was playing like it was Grand Theft Auto, just hitting people, hitting cars, hitting buildings, and just watching to see what happens. That's probably not the way you want to do this.
No, not at all.
Some real-world applications of this, you said this can be a component of driver's ed, maybe before a student ever gets behind the wheel of a real car.
Absolutely. This could be a huge component for high schools and driver's ed and stuff like that, because this is basically no bigger than a teacher AV cart. You can wheel this in, plug it in, and hours of training and stuff on here. I know most high schools in the United States, they have vehicles, insurance, tires, cost, all that maintenance can be replaced. A lot of the driver time can be used on this in a safe, secure environment.
Very quickly, can we talk about the kind of toggles that you can do to change the setting and the amount of traffic and the weather and all those things?
So basically everything here you can change, as Malachi's showing right here, you can change the traffic conditions, you can change the pedestrians, you can change the time of day, you can change the weather, you can adjust the how heavy the steering wheel is. You can even do a manual or a paddle shift or an automatic.
As
you can see, we just went to nighttime. All right.
You need some lights on, like my brother in Christ. Yeah, it is amazing though. All of the customizable ways that you can change this, whatever it is that your student driver needs to focus in on or wants to hone in on, you can change and adjust for those settings. So really fascinating and informative. And I feel like I'm not as good of a driver as maybe I thought I was. Duncan Connor, we thank you. And how do we find you if we want to connect?
So if you want to find us, it's academysim.com. We do have specialized booking sessions for the teen driving simulator or student driving simulator. You can add coaching to that as well, or if you're a parent, you can bring your teen in. Our tech will set you up, and then you can show your teen whatever you'd like.
Really good idea to make those first driving mistakes, Laura Moody, here than in the real world on the real road where there are real costs and consequences.
And you know what, Matt? I always trust the ones that say they're not a good driver. It's the ones who are like, I'm a great driver, that you really got to worry about.
That's true. It's better to be humble on the road than overly confident. I agree.
It's a good rule to live by in general, Maddie. All right, thank you. We'll see you here in a little while.
Hey, good morning, Laura. Welcome to the Racing Lounge. Academy Sim Racing is the name. We are here all morning long talking about the memberships that are available, the incredible racing simulations they have. It's as close as you can get to the real thing. Let me show you these two guys racing right now, side by side, hitting speeds of 120, 130 miles per hour. We'll talk about the racing element, how you can bring your friends. It's great for a bachelor party or a corporate event. We'll also talk about how you can learn right here how to drive manual. Good day, Tampa Bay. Matthew McClellan here in for Charlie Belcher on this Friday, and we are at Academy Sim Racing, the racing lounge, new to Tampa. They've been here for just a couple months, and this is simulated racing. You're getting up to high speeds on tracks that are exact replicas, scanned down to the exact bump on the track, as you see at Daytona, or you would see at Sebring, or the infamous Nordschleife in Germany. I have Duncan Connor, who is the owner of Academy Sim Racing, with me. And Duncan, one thing that we were talking about earlier is manual driving, learning how to drive stick shift. It's kind of a lost art, but it's making a big comeback. I want to show the way that you can train people and teach people how to drive manual. And why did you want to include that here?
So we think it's one of the things that's kind of, like you said, it's a lost art. A lot of the manufacturers like Porsche and BMW, they're all bringing back manuals. People miss that feeling of driving, that excitement. So what we can do that here is take that, and instead of burning up clutches and ruining things, we can teach you how to drive manual on one of our simulators, or you can come book a rental session and learn how to drive on your own. It's a lot cheaper, it's a lot more fun, it's hyper realistic. As you can see, Blake right here is rowing through some of the gears and even doing advanced technique called heel towing on an actual racetrack. This is Sebring.
We're watching Blake on the clutch right now. I tested this myself. I was really impressed at myself and surprised that I didn't stall out letting off that clutch, because that's kind of the trick, is when you're first getting up to speed, to make sure you're smooth on that clutch. Let's head over this way and talk about the racing element, because you guys have, we have Colin and Malachi side by side racing at, this is Sebring?
Yes, so we have them at Sebring here. These two are actually racing on the same virtual track. So you can see Colin's a little bit ahead here, Malachi's following him. We can actually link all of our simulators, and what's great is with the software of iRacing that we use, you can actually race people all over the world. You can race from home, you can be racing Malachi in your living room, you can be racing endurance races, all the same conditions, all the same situations, racing together. Or, like you said, you have a group of friends, you want to come see who's the fastest, this is where you can find out.
Great for corporate, great for bachelor parties, etc.
Exactly.
How many guys, how many girls, how many racers can you have competing side by side?
Usually we can expand to some simulators depending on bookings. Currently in the sim lounge we have about 7, but we can flex up to 10 if we need to.
Nice.
Including some of the other simulators. Usually it gets pretty good, pretty rowdy in here, pretty competitive. You can understand we have a lot of fans moving air in here. People get really into this. This is, as you did some racing, you can get really into this and you can build up quite a bit of sweat. It's also a pretty good workout for some people.
When you take these simulators out of the lounge, how easy is it for you guys to be mobile?
So we've done dealerships, we've done all sorts of external events for companies and corporations. It's super easy. The way we built them, they just basically unlatch, roll into a situation, and anybody can race. We also do offer services like custom liveries. So if your company wanted to have their car and make it look like they had a real race car, we can make that custom livery so your clients or your employees are racing your company, exposing your brand to other people.
We got to go to break, but very quickly, you guys offer memberships.
That's right, we do offer memberships, yes.
And you start at $50 for 2 hours monthly and go all the way up to 12 hours monthly for $300.
Yep, and that allows you to bring guests and other things. The different levels can be found on our website at academysim.com, but we have different levels for different people. This also allows you to set up your iRacing account and start your iRacing career on your own platform.
Duncan Connor with Academy Sim Racing. Thank you so much, my friend. We are back with more Good Day on the other side.
It's time to check in with Matt McClellan over in Charlie's World for us this morning. Hey, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Laura. Good morning, Russell. We are outside the lounge at Academy Sim Racing. Got to show off this GT3R, $500,000, the value of this beautiful customized Porsche. But the reason we are here today is to talk about racing simulators. And the great thing about these is that they're mobile. They can come to your auto dealership or your event. And so this is where how they're transported. I'll open a door for you. They just pop 4 of the simulators right in here, strap them up, and they're good to go. They can come to you. We're going to be talking with Duncan Connor, the owner, and I'm going to get a little demonstration at Daytona, I believe, or Sebring after the break.
Matt McClellan is in Tampa this morning at Academy Sim Racing. We'll check in with him after the break.
Good day, Tampa Bay. Matthew McClellan here in for Charlie Belcher on this Friday, coming to you from Academy Sim Racing. This is the Sim Racing Lounge, and I'm going to give a demo, probably on what not to do. But I want to bring in Duncan Connor, who owns Academy Sim Racing. Duncan, there are so many customizable settings within each simulation. So will you walk me through kind of how you're going to set me up for this?
Yeah, so for beginners and people who are just getting started, we really don't want them to get frustrated. We want them to have a lot of fun and experience it. So we do turn on some of the nannies, we call them, but there's things like the driver line to kind of show you where you need to go.
Can we show the screen?
So you can get the flow. We can adjust the steering, the calibration. We can add things like brake and traction control to really make it super simple and understanding so that you can focus on learning how to drive and become a faster, safer, more consistent driver.
And I was just saying that it's incredible just how accurate these are, and also just how many variables there are for each one of these simulations. So we'll go ahead and get started here.
Yep.
Walk me through it. Tell me what to do.
So right now you are starting from famous Sebring International Raceway pit line.
Yep.
We have yours set up in auto shift, so you don't have to worry about upshifting or downshifting.
Okay.
You don't even have to worry about the clutch. So you're just going to feed in the throttle.
Okay.
The pit speed limiter is already added on there, and you're just going to come out slowly and follow that blue line as it slowly comes out and merges left onto the actual racetrack.
We're not going for the cup. We're not going for greatness here. We're just trying to not crash.
That's right, that's right. And usually, especially when you're in a car like this, you're going to turn and you're going to do everything a little slower on the first two laps because you're trying to build heat into those tires.
And then
so right there, you'll see that instruction line. It'll be two types of colors. It'll be green or red. Green when you should be on the throttle, red when you should be braking.
Right.
And what this is showing you is this is the optimal line around Sebring to get started.
Okay. And what can you tell me about the Sebring track?
So Sebring track it's probably one of the oldest endurance surfaces on the, or at least in the United States. This is raced all the way back to the 1950s, where it used to be an Air Force base for World War II. 17 turns, tons of history. We actually have a great partner there called the Sebring Motor Garages. Super cool condo spot there, along with a clubhouse. They have one of our simulators there, so when you get done with your heavy track day, you can check out and chill out in their clubhouse or your condo there, and then get some laps in after.
I cannot believe I haven't crashed, but here I am speaking too soon.
That's all right. Everyone gets in the grass every once in a while. One of the key things to take away from this is you're doing this and you're able to hit that reset button.
The reset button. I was just saying, wouldn't it be so nice in real life if you make a mistake while driving if you had a reset button? We're watching the guys racing right now. One thing that you and I talked about too is seniors. There's an element for seniors who may be doing rehab after some kind of surgery, or they're trying to regain their confidence on the road.
We've actually built a lot of specialized simulators for senior citizens and stuff to kind of help with either a disability or an ability. You can do any age here realistically because we have booster seats all the way up to like I said, 106 years old.
Yeah.
But where you can tailor-made every experience, so I can turn down the force feedback. And we've actually had some great experiences with some of our older clients that we built simulators for, and one of them actually had their physical therapist say, "What the heck are you doing? Your biometrics are way better than they've ever been." He's like, "Well, I've been sim racing for 4 to 5 hours a day." It's, as you can tell, it's so enthralling. It's so adrenaline pumping. You're working on your cognitive, your hand-eye coordination. You can even take into a social aspect and talk to people all over the world and race with other people.
Duncan, your website really quickly.
The website is academysim.com, but if people want to check us out, Instagram, Facebook, we have a ton of videos on there, and YouTube as well. You can find us on there and see what we're all about.
Awesome. Duncan Connor, thank you so much.
Thanks so much,
back
man.
with more Good Day after a quick break.